Are your mornings complete chaos? Are you trying to get kids packed up for daycare, on the bus, and off to school? Does it seem like there is never enough time in the morning? Are you debating between spending time getting yourself ready or spending time getting your kids ready and off to where they need to be? Let's eliminate some of this morning stress by preparing the night before. Today I have a few tips to share with you, and it is all about creating a nighttime routine that then helps your morning run more smoothly. So let's jump right into it with clothing. We are going to set out clothing for yourself, for your children. If your spouse is into it, that's up to them. For myself, I lay out the outfit I'm going to wear the night before typically, and it just helps me get myself ready without having to think. When it comes to children, some people will do each night, they lay out the outfit. Other people will do a system where maybe they hang like a shoe organizer in the closet. I've seen that done where they hang up and you can use a different compartment each day for Monday through Friday. I've seen where people use a like plastic drawer organizer system. You can find them fairly affordable at like Walmart, something like that. And again, you mark them Monday through Friday and you load those up with clothing on say Sunday night, and then your week is done. With younger children, we of course are going to help them pick out the clothing, get dressed in the morning, all those such things. With older children, if you need to talk with them, check the weather, and have them do it more independently, that is great and something to work towards over time. And finally, when it comes to clothing, if you can pick out accessories and other components, such as for boys or girls wearing a belt or maybe little bows or hair accessories, be shoes and socks even laid out, jackets for winter time, or if it's going to be rainy, and just any other little items or random things that they're going to need to go with their outfit. Put those out with it too, and that will again simplify life and make it much more easy to get out the door in the morning. If your children attend school or daycare, obviously it's going to depend. Are you driving them or are they catching the bus? What we want to do the night before, lay out, have ready what they need. So if it's a school-age child, their backpack, homework should be packed and in it. Anything that needs to be signed or returned, again, in the backpack, ready to go. If they pack their lunch, that needs to be decided the night before. Have that lunchbox sitting out. If you're going to pack it with any non-perishable items, such as like a package of goldfish, throw it in. If it's items that can be made ahead and stored in the fridge, do that the night before. And then finally, if it does have to be made fresh, of course you can do that in the morning, but we want to make, again, this as streamlined as possible. If you know you're going to cut up fresh strawberries in the morning, maybe you set out a cutting board and a knife. And then if you have children that go to daycare, maybe you need to pack them lunches as well, or say bottles and formula and baby food, whatever, whether it needs to be measured out, labeled properly, whatever the case, do what you can the night before. Again, obviously some of that has to be fresh in the morning. So you have to do what works in your situation. And then back to daycare. So if you need to pack up any items such as formula, diapers, wipes, just their diaper bag in general, if that goes with them daily. And then say Monday. A lot of times Mondays, you need maybe some extra items, sleeping bag or a cot or a blanket. Those items will come home with you on Friday to be washed and then taken back on Monday. So Sunday night in particular, we want to make sure those items are clean, ready to go. And if you're doing daycare, go ahead and have them in your car. If you drive your kids to school, go ahead and have those backpacks and things in the car if possible. If they're catching the bus, maybe set it by the front door or whatever door they exit to catch the bus on time. Again, we just want to have everything lined up and ready to go to make the processes, particularly with our children, streamlined, ready to go, and then with yourself as well when it comes to clothing and packing a lunch if you work outside of the home. Now, in the evenings, one thing that's going to help us is to do a quick nighttime like refresh or cleanup. This is nothing complicated. Some people will refer to it as like closing down the house. I recommend going room by room. So after dinner is basically where it starts. So after dinner, you're going to shut down the kitchen. You're going to clean everything up, wipe everything down. Then once the kitchen is like closed in a sense, you kind of reopen it by setting out the lunch boxes and preparing for that next day. Those items are set out, but we still want to shut it down and make the kitchen appear closed, like lights off, table cleared off, and things like that. Next, depending on what time dinner is over and bedtime routine starts, of course your kids are going to play and have fun. When that time starts to wind down, we're going to start shutting off various lights in the house, sort of like dimming it down, setting the tone that bedtime is coming. We're going to clean up toys in the living room, playroom, basement, wherever your situation is. And we are going to start working towards bedtime routines. So this means heading off to the bedrooms. While your kids are heading to the bedroom, you may be assisting them along the way, or maybe they're doing so independently. You are doing those final little straightenings up of the living space. It could be putting pillows back on the couch. It could be folding up blankets or putting them where they go. Just a quick tidy and a quick refresh to reset that room. Now, as you're following your kids into their bedroom, they're doing their bedtime routine, all the typical things, jammies, brush teeth, all that jazz. No big deal there. Actually, once their bedtime routine is over, they of course are in bed and their rooms, in a sense, are shut down as well. Now the house is basically shut down. Before you sit down and relax, we're going to do a couple final things. And these things, if your children are old enough, you may do them while they're awake. And if they're younger and you struggle to do them while they're awake, maybe you wait till they're asleep. It just depends on where you're at in life. So we are going to look at our schedule. This is going to be our what do we got going on tomorrow? Do we need to talk or coordinate as husband and wife on who has what pickups, drop-offs? Is there anything weird on the calendar, dentist appointment, things like that? You may need to do this daily, or you may just do this on Sunday night and kind of go over the whole week. Again, depends on your level of busyness, your number of children, and how many commitments you are trying to juggle. If you can handle a whole week at once, or if you need to go by it day by day. We went over what we have going on tomorrow. As I said before with the kitchen, we have the lunch boxes set out. Is there anything that would help you to make the morning go smoother by setting out breakfast items now that your children aren't there to see them, or possibly setting out any food that needs to thaw? Maybe you need to get meat out of your freezer and move it to your fridge overnight. That's going to be for tomorrow's dinner. Looking ahead, thinking ahead. And then the last couple things you want to do is your get out the door routine. Do you know where your purse, phone, wallet, your keys, all those items are? Ideally, you have a drop zone when you enter your home, and they're all there. But I'm just saying, if you're not that type of person, maybe you need to reset your items so that you are ready to go in the morning when you have somewhere to be and get out the door. Now, of course, you're going to chill, enjoy your evening, and then the final, lock up the house and shut it down for the night. And that's the end of our routine. Then, ideally, in the morning, you are going to wake up and things are going to be running so smoothly. You did all the prep work. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of routine and establishing this as a routine over time. So we're going to do it slowly. We're going to start with just one thing. Maybe you make it a habit that at night, before closing the kitchen down, you always make sure the dishes are done. You always make sure the table's wiped down. And you just build upon this over time. You keep creating more and better habits that end up with a really, really strong nighttime routine to, again, help your morning run smoothly. As you start implementing these things, you're going to see the benefits. You're going to see that the morning feels less rushed, less frustrated, less yelling, if that is the case, and just in general, going to be running more smoothly. And those efforts at first may seem like a lot. You're going to be like, this takes an hour. Honestly, it doesn't take that long. Ours gets done so quickly. After dinner, we just hustle. My husband and I, we bust out the kitchen and we get it done. And then we go chill, do your things. The living room cleanup, it doesn't have to take long. It really, really doesn't. And closing down the house in general doesn't have to take long. It's all about learning how to be more efficient and more effective in your cleaning and in your tidying. I hope that implementing these strategies the night before helps your morning be more smooth, positive, and enjoyable for your family. I want to say, of course, you're going to have your off days. You're going to have your morning where somebody vomited, somebody peed the bed, somebody had a blowout. There's always going to be issues and those bumps, and those days are rough. But even those rough mornings are going to run 10 times more smoothly because of all the work you did the night before. So again, you are going to thank yourself and it's going to make your morning better. So what things do you want to start implementing in your nighttime routine to make your morning run more smoothly? If this is your kind of content, check the description. I'm going to link more articles and videos, one particularly about decluttering. I love that. And again, less items means quicker moving throughout your house, whether it's cleaning, whether it's organizing, whatever the case may be. I'm also going to link a guide that I created. It is called the Mama Get Your Life Together Guide. It is focused on 4 main pillars of the home, and it just helps you tackle your home and get your life running more smoothly. So that link will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you got something from it. Please comment, like, subscribe, do all the things if you want to come back and watch more videos like this on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.